businesses, agencies, and organizations in the community. Okay? Today we have very special guests from the Kingdom Chamber Board, and I'll let my husband Larry introduce them.
Okay, I'm sitting behind the camera, but you can hear my voice. And we are with the Kingdom Chamber, Claudette Robinson. Raise your hand, Claudette.
Hi.
Okay, this is Claudette. And Eugene Leach. Say hello, Eugene. No, this radio, so you gotta.
Oh, hello. Gotta say something.
Yeah, talk to me.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. And Cynthia Sherry.
That's Cynthia Sheppy.
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 Sheppy. Okay. So anyway, we're here. We're going to talk about business and Pine Hills and things like that in Orange County and Orlando. So this is where we are. So this is the Kingdom Chamber. The Kingdom Chamber. Let's start off with how did you get started? Let's start with that. Claudette. Here you go. Darlene.
How did we get started? The concept of the Kingdom Chamber of Commerce came about. We had been in the construction industry for some years, and when the whole market crashed a few years ago, we noticed that there were a lot of people coming to us for work, and it was we started thinking about, okay, well, you know, we can provide work when we have it or here and there, but what happens when we don't have any work going on? And so we started thinking about different ways where we can help, we can get together with all different businesses and tradesmen that how can we help them where they can sustain themselves. So we decided that we said, okay, one of the best ways is like you can feed a person a day, but then it's best that they know how to feed themselves. So we started thinking about helping people start their own businesses. And that's pretty much how we got started. That's one of the ways we got started.
So you're helping people to start their own business. You said that the market crashed a few years ago. When was that? 2008, 2009?
Yeah, back in 2008,
Yeah.
there was a lot of people looking for work and trying to find ways to sustain.
So the most of your members are construction type people.
Yeah, that's generally where we started from.
Okay. That's where you started now. You moved into everything else.
Exactly. We wanted to create a hub where whatever the need is in the community, we can provide it. We have, whether it's a nurse or a tire person, whatever the need is, we want to create a bridge where the community is actively involved with the businesses and vice versa. So we first created a website where we wanted our businesses to be able to market themselves, market their product, and at the same time hire directly within the community.
Okay, and would you share the name of your website?
Sure, it's www.kingdomchamberc.com.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, we'll make sure we put that when we broadcast the show online also, so we get more people. And you also signed up with Urban Orlando Business Directory too.
I am.
Yeah, we
we are.
appreciate that. That's part of the
Thank you.
BootStrapping Project. And the goal, one of the goals of the BootStrapping Project is to get, what is it, Larry, to get $1,000 a month for
yeah.
1,000 businesses?
Increase the revenue. One of the goals of the BootStrapping Project is to increase the revenue of 1,000 black businesses in Central Florida by $1,000. So we're working to do that. We're working with a number of churches, which we'll have a couple of pastors on talking about that, how we get the congregations psyched up and motivated to spend money with black businesses. And so these churches have agreed to allow us 5 minutes of their time every Sunday during their announcement period, where we announce businesses. We announce, instead of going across the track to Walmart, say, then let's look at somebody on this list. And they have the list on Urban Orlando Business, which is an online business directory where they can choose black businesses and spend their money there if they can't find it, or they go there first before they go across the track. So that's what we're trying to do. And so now with the Kingdom Chamber and bootstrapping and the churches, we're starting to get real excited about this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
excited.
we're going to grow the businesses. In Orlando, in Orange County, what do you think about the other chambers, since you are mostly black, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And the Bootstrapping Project deals with black businesses, and the chamber deal with black business. And of course, there's another chamber that we're not going to call their name, but
You know I am, Larry. I like to call names. All right, we don't need to be hiding all the time. We
Right.
need to call them out. You know, it's okay to be black in Orlando.
yes, so yeah, it's okay to be black in Orlando. So what are you going to do that the main chamber, let's say, is not doing, or how are you focused on helping the black community?
Okay. One of the things that we noticed when we decided that we was going to start a
Of course,
chamber-
I noticed that Mr. Eugene talked a lot before we got started.
trust me, he's gonna have a lot to say in a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
He's gonna have a lot to say in a minute. But one of the things that we noticed while we were doing research and we decided that we was gonna start a chamber was that a lot of the main chambers, their focus is mainly on well-established businesses.
Right.
Like the resources are not available to the startup businesses that
Exactly.
are just starting out.
Right.
Like whatever the resources are, is like there are clicks
Mhm.
or
You're saying
There
there
are
are cliques
particulars.
in Orlando.
right. They're not like the resources are not accessible to anyone. They're not
Right.
accessible to the person that just started that just starts a business. There's so many guidelines and hoops you have to go through to access those resources.
Right.
So we wanted to do it a little different. We
Mhm.
wanted to cater to those people that says, you know, hey, I really have a gift, I have a talent, I have a product that I know there's a need for, but I
Right.
don't have the means to do it. So we wanted to cater to those people. So one of the things that, like I said, we want to help those people start their businesses, whether it's doing your articles or your articles of incorporation, whether it's, you know, funding to get those stuff done,
Mhm.
whatever you need to do to get it started, we wanted to help as much as we can. And at the same time, we wanted to, like with the membership fee that we collect, our membership fee is extremely low
Uh-huh.
because our motive is not to make money, but to help those businesses
Right.
make money and sustain themselves.
Mhm.
So that's one. And then the second thing is we wanted to make sure those businesses, once they get started, they're able to sustain themselves. So we wanted to give back, like the membership fee that we do collect, 25% of that goes back into helping someone start a business
Mhm.
or help an existing business stay afloat.
Mhm.
So that's some of the things that separate us. And then even with the website that we created,
Right.
we wanted like the business and the communities to circulate the dollar by one. When you do have an opportunity, post it on the website. So allow someone within your community to get that access to it first, instead of going outside of the community. And we want those in the community that has a gift, that has a talent, that's able to do something like, or a trade, that's not able to start a business, or that can't go out and get another job at, you know, your mainstream. Like if you just get out of jail, you know, we know
Right.
the stipulations that comes with that, finding a job. So that, as a black owned business or business within the community, it gives me a chance. Like if I'm not able, if I just get out of jail, or I have certain skills but I don't have the criteria that comes along with it, or the degree or whatever, but as a black business in the community, we're like, you know what, brother, I got you.
Right.
Why are you working on getting your paperwork, or why are you working on getting yourself together? So they have the opportunity to go on the website. It's set up just like Career Builder. You know, they can upload their resumes.
Wow.
They can list their trades, their experiences, what they're able to do. So now it gives me as a business owner, I can go in there and look for it, for that. Look for whatever I'm hiring for, I can find these people. So that creates, that kind of bridge the gap a little bit. So that's some of the things that we wanted to differ. Like our focus is helping the small,
Right.
the startup
Exactly.
businesses, and how can we put our resources together so that dollar does circulate and we can help one to another.
I'd
Unlike,
like to ask you a question too.
Yeah.
Do you have funding?
Right
Right.
now, that's another thing. Like a chamber is generally set up as a what they call a C6, the category. Ours is a little different because